Hello, welcome to another edition of CropLife Retail Week. I'm Eric Sfiligoj, editor of CropLife and CropLife Iron, here again with Lara Sowinski in a very, very vibrant shirt. Laura, welcome to the program.
Who knew that this shirt would cause so much commotion for a modest little video?
Well, yeah, and coming from someone who drives a bright red Toyota
Oh yeah,
car, I mean,
thanks,
it's
Eric.
you would fit right in with the red and black color scheme of my vehicle. So,
Wow.
but it's just I don't think I remember you wearing red to any of the events we've recorded at, or I don't remember that shirt. So it's very, very striking. So.
Well, thank you. It's
You're welcome. So, hey, speaking of red, I think we will start out with you. You have some news to share with our viewers on what's going on in the grower community.
I do. In fact, the Purdue CME Group, the latest ag economy barometer from July 1st, little bit of a downturn for sure. Farmer sentiment weakened in June as the Purdue University CME Group Ag Economy Barometer fell to 146, down from 158 a month earlier.
Wow.
The shift in farmer sentiment was primarily attributable to a change in producer expectations for the future, as the index of future expectations dipped 18 points to 146. At the same time, there was little change in the current conditions index, which fell just 2 points to 144. Shifting perceptions regarding the agricultural export outlook appeared to be a key reason behind producers' weaker outlook, as fewer producers expressed optimism about future ag exports. Despite this month's declines, all three indices remained well above year-ago levels. The June barometer survey took place from June 9th through the 13th. So, yeah, that's a sizable dip, but in a way not unexpected. But yeah,
No, I would imagine this is the time of year that folks, because everything's in the ground, the plantings are pretty done, and they're looking forward and wondering about markets for their harvested crops. So
yeah.
I can see why there's a little concern. We'll have to see what the August report says. So.
Yeah, just as a side note, also that first week of July, the Institute for Supply Management released their manufacturing survey for June, which was for it also, the manufacturing sector contracted in June for the fourth consecutive month, following a 2-month expansion preceded by 26 straight months of contraction. And as I read through this report, um, the manufacturing PMI came in at 49% in June, a 0.5 percentage point increase compared to the 48.5% recorded in May. Um, Overall, I mean, it wasn't anything earth shattering, no big swings, but what I did find, uh, at the end of this report, which is available online, of course, excuse me, a lot of respondents to the report just over and over, whether they were talking to metal companies, forestry products, food and beverage, chemical, everyone, honestly, everyone cited uncertainty surrounding tariffs. Uh, a lot of folks likewise said, the geopolitical risks, uncertainty were adding to it. So, that overall, those global macro things that are happening certainly have bearing, across a lot of these industries, be it ag or manufacturing. So, so that's the news on that. I do have some good news, though, I wanted to tee up.
Okay.
Well, there was a lot of news that first week of July. Our friends at Landis, which is Iowa's largest agricultural cooperative, announced that Landworks, a first of its kind agricultural innovation hub, will now operate independently. This strategic shift allows both organizations to hone their innovative efforts by enabling Landworks to scale nationally and engage a broader range of partners, while Landis continues to focus on directly advancing solutions for Iowa farmers. So it talks about the Innovation Center there in Des Moines, which really is a terrific facility. We've had a chance to visit it a couple times during our Tech Hub Live event in Des Moines at the end of July. So Landis remains committed to driving farmer-led innovation by working directly with its more than 5,000 farmer owners. And its Innovation Center in Des Moines will continue to serve as a hub for cross-sector collaboration, welcoming farmer owners, students, legislators, and industry partners to shape the future of ag. So good news there. It gives Landworks a little more room to grow and flex its muscle and get going. I really appreciate the work that they do over there. We know a lot of folks, and so that was a nice development for Landworks.
Yeah, good news there. So, yeah, I have some company news of my own to share. This is on the consolidation side of the equation and involves a couple of seed companies getting together. Found out back at the end of June that GDM, which describes itself as a global plant genetics company committed to empowering farmers and advancing global agriculture, has agreed to acquire 100% of the shares in Ag-Reliant Genetics, which is a leading producer of corn and soybean seeds. The deal, actually, according to the CEO of Ag-Reliant, Brian Baker, he said farmers across North America stand to benefit tremendously from Ag-Reliant joining GDM. And actually, GDM said the strategic acquisition brings together our global scale, combined with Ag-Reliant's marketing leadership in corn breeding and genetics. So again, this is a move that will consolidate on the seed side. So interesting news there.
Yeah.
And then one thing to follow up on, I know we had talked a while back, I know USDA puts out their crop planting intentions report at the end of March. And we talked about that in a couple of videos earlier in the year, saying, of course, that based on the projections that there was going to be more corn, a little less soybean, and other crops would be mixed. But at the end of June, USDA put out their final planting report, since all the plantings have taken place. And basically their projections were pretty spot on. They figured that there was going to be 95.2 million acres of corn planted. That was an increase of 5% from 2024. On the other hand, soybean acreage was down to 83.4 million acres, 4% down. And regarding the other crops, wheat plantings totaled 45.5 million acres. That was down 1% from 2024. And our friends in cotton, I know we've talked on videos about how the cotton market's having a tough time. Acreage plantings for cotton was 10.1 million acres, but that was down 10% from 2024. So, yeah, it was a little rougher year for our friends in the cotton market, which we've already talked about. But if you're growing corn, things are looking good.
Yeah, I saw that, and that is good news.
All right. Well, hey, Miss Laura, then we are come to the end of the program. Time for your favorite segment of the show. And maybe the red shirt will help. Time for Fun with Numbers.
Yeah, I'm feeling like I'm going to get it today.
Now, you just might. This is a question that is kind of up your alley.
Okay.
So, your percentage this week, it's a percentage, 56%.
Okay.
So, Miss Laura, is 56%, is that A, the amount of corn moved by rail last year? Is it B, the amount of soybean moved by rail last year? Is it C, the amount of wheat moved by rail last year? Or is it D, the amount of transportation news checked out by Laura on a daily basis? You and I are always talking transportation stuff, so I figure half your time is spent checking out transportation logistics news. So yeah, basically your corn, soybean, or wheat. Those are your options.
Yeah, it's funny. I was just reading a news item that our friend Warren Clark sent over about BNSF and a new grain facility there. And I'm trying to think back. I'm going to go with corn. A. No.
No, I'm sorry. No, the correct answer is C, wheat.
Oh, wheat.
Yeah, this came from the USDA's Grain Transportation Report, analysis, the annual grain model share analysis. And according to that, of all the wheat moved in the U.S. last year, 56% of it was moved by rail. So rail is a very, very important transportation method for our friends that grow wheat.
Well, you can always truck or rail it to the barge, and then so I mean,
but still,
there's a multimodal aspect to the supply chain here.
Yes, but half of the wheat's going by rail. So.
I hear you. Oh, well,
all right.
Close.
Better luck next week. I guess the red shirt will be going to retirement then.
Yeah,
it did not help you.
Throw that thing out. Or repurpose it. We're not going to throw it out. We're not putting it is all cotton, but we're not adding it to the landfill. And don't forget, you got to be mindful of that.
Yes, amen. So viewers, next week when you tune in, we'll have a nice little preview for you of the Tech Hub Live event coming up here in Des Moines in just another week or two. So Miss Laura and I will be talking about everything and anything going on there at the event. So we're hoping you're going to join us. But in the meantime, we hope you enjoyed this episode of CropLife Retail Week. On behalf of myself and everyone here, thanks for joining us. We'll see you again soon. If you have questions or comments about today's episode of Retail Week, contact us by email or Twitter, or type your message in the comment section below. Your feedback is important to us. We will try our best to address your thoughts in next week's episode, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel.